and welcome to another action-packed episode of the GC32 Racing Tour and to the second event for 2018, the GC32 Lagos Cup. It's a new destination for the series and one that has been a sailing mecca for centuries. Welcome to Lagos in Portugal. The GC32 Racing Tour visited Portugal for the first time thanks to the efforts of the town of Lagos and with the support of Hugo Enriquez, the local shipyard Sopramar, and Martinho Fortunato from the Marina de Lagos, where the GC32 fleet were moored. Lagos is an ancient maritime town with more than 2,000 years of history and was the centre of the Portuguese Age of Discovery.
Beautiful marina on the south coast of Portugal in the Algarve region. We have a very nice port and with hotel and residences and many shops and businesses around the marina. And it's a very popular destination for foreigners to come and Portuguese during the summer. Lagos is the city of the discoveries. In the 15th century, the first caravels that set sail to discover the world left from here, so it's quite a very historic city with a lot of culture and nice places to visit. It's great to host the GC32 Racing Tour in Lagos because we really are keen to promote our waters as a foiling sailing destination, and we are attracting more and more events, international events like this.
It is very important for the city to welcome an event like this. We were looking for a special event to host here. The GC32s, it is ideal for the sea conditions and wind conditions that we have. And it's a little bit the future of sailing. So for us, it's as a club and as a city, it's very important to show our youth that sail doesn't stop on the small dinghies. There are other ways to continue sailing in other boats, and they technically are very good and evolved.
In the previous episode, we saw the teams fight it out on Italy's Lake Garda for the title of World Champion. This was the first of 5 stops in 2018, and now the teams are back to business for leg 2 of the GC32 Racing Tour. Team Norauto, powered by Team France, finished 6th in the Worlds in Riva. However, they took the lead in the GC32 Racing Tour and were looking to regain the overall tour title that they won in 2016. The boat is skippered by multi-hull legend, Volvo Ocean Race winner and America's Cup skipper Frank Camas. With the next America's Cup in 2021 his aim, he'll be using the GC32 Tour to remain race fit and competition sharp, as well as hopefully pick up some silverware.
Well, it's just the beginning of the year, and in Garda I think we were better than 6, but we did very bad races with many OCS also. But in terms of technique and boat speed, I think we are good in the heavy condition. In the light is different. I think it's more open with all the fleet, and also there are newcomer in the class with Ineos, and this guy improved very quickly, for sure. In terms of tactic, they are very good, and in the light condition tomorrow could be different.
Real team were in 2nd overall, heading to Lagos. The 2017 Tour champions were disappointed with their performance at the World Championship. So now, with the defence of their title firmly in their minds, they'll look to bounce back and regain some consistency in Portugal.
We have to work more as a team. We are a new team, not the same team than last year, so we need some more races together to find some solution to be more consistent.
One team that made a real impression at the Worlds was Frank Racing, skippered by Simon Hull. They finished third in the Owner Drivers' Trophy It was an impressive performance with some of the world's best professional sailors on the start line in Riva.
Riva was great fun. It was a lot of learning for us. Busy, first time we've come up against other GC32s, so baptism of fire maybe, but a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that, and so really looking forward to this event. First day yesterday, very mixed. It's quite puffy out there and quite variable breeze, and we're learning. We have some crew changes and just settling down, but a lot of fun. Great place, Lagos. It's fantastic sailing.
Returning to the fleet in Lagos after making their debut on the circuit in 2017 is Codijo Rojo, the campaign of keen Argentinian catamaran sailor Federico Ferrioli. He comes from a strong sailing background and speed is in his blood. Both he and his father Jorge have competed in motor racing, whilst Ferrioli Sr., who's also an active member of Codijo Rojo Racing, was a naval officer on the Argentine sail training ship Libertad in 1966 when it won the Boston Teapot Trophy and set the speed record for tall ships that year.
This year is very interesting because of the level of the teams are going up. We have two America's Cup teams, and all of the other teams that they're racing are very good teams. So it'll be a really good challenge to us. So we will try to keep up with the pace. Our goal is to keep on training. The last time that we trained was 6 months ago, so that was a while ago. And our last regatta was 9 months ago in Palma. So our goal is to train and try to improve day by day and improve fast to be competitive in the fleet.
Another big-name entry in the GC32 Racing Tour for 2018 is Britain's America's Cup team, Ineos Team UK. Four-time Olympic gold medalist Ben Ainslie will be at the helm for the team's debut in the 32-foot foiling catamarans. He'll be joined by fellow Finn Olympic gold medalist Giles Scott, who'll be resuming the role of tactician that he undertook during the 35th America's Cup.
Great for us to be involved with the GC32 Racing Tour because of fantastic foiling boats, and as we know, the America's Cup is all about foiling these days. And so for our team really to come in and learn this new type of boat, go up against some great competition in some great venues, I think it's exactly what we need to try and upskill our sailing team and start working as a team again and developing. Well, this boat, the GC32, it's a fantastic boat. It's a lot of fun. It's very lightweight, foiling multi-hull. It's very different now to the America's Cup because we've come to a foiling monohull, 75-foot boat. So much bigger in scale and a monohull. But, you know, the foiling is what it's about in sailing these days, and certainly in the America's Cup as well. And so that's why it's good for our team to develop our foiling skills and to work together in a really tight series like this and to push ourselves hard, and so that's why we're here. Goal really is to develop as a team. You know, we haven't raced really in anger since the last America's Cup over a year ago, and so it's about pushing ourselves hard, going up against great competition in a foiling boat, and this circuit really delivers that for us, and that's what we need to prepare for the America's Cup. America's Cup is obviously a technical game as much as it is a sailing game, but we need a sailing team capable of going out there and winning at that level, and we really think being here with the GC32 Tour will push us hard and enable us to develop the team as we go through this season and building up to the America's Cup.
We've joined the GC Tour as part of our America's Cup team at Ineos Team UK. We made the call to get out on a racing circuit and get foiling again, and I suppose for us the perfect vehicle for that was the GC Tour. So this is our first event, and we're looking forward to getting racing again. We want to learn a lot. We want to get our team working well together, and ultimately, you know, our goal as a team is to prepare as well as we can for the next America's Cup, and racing the GC is all part of that. So if we can come away with some lessons learned, you know, bring our team closer together, race well, then I think we'll be very happy.
The GC32 Racing Tour has gathered many of the world's most famous pro sailors who have numerous titles under their belts. At the same time, amateur owner-drivers are at the helm of their GC32s, competing against the pros on the same racecourse.
Fantastic sailors, lovely, nice chaps, and all very, very nice to meet them, and you know, great to race against them and great to learn from them.
These guys train a lot, so they're at an advantage there. That's what they do for a living. But you know, we've got a lot of commitment and a lot of heart to try and win races. You know, we're doing it for fun, for enjoyment, and we strive to win.
I think they are owner, but they are really good sailors, so they can do really good races also. They have a professional crew, but they can be in the game, and we have seen yesterday that owner driver are really on the top of the leaderboard as well.
You definitely have a good bond between the team and the guys. It does feel like a family, and then you spend a lot of time together. They feel like it's a team effort, and they do their best all the time.
So let's find out who's performing the best in sunny Portugal as leg 2 of the 2018 season gets underway. Lagos's debut on the GC32 Racing Tour saw superb conditions for the first day, with solid breezes and flat waters. Ideal for the GC32 catamarans to foil at high speeds. The shifty winds built before eventually dropping back to 14 knots and then becoming gusty up to 20 plus knots. In these conditions, the French teams dominated. Frank Camas's Norauto and Eric Maris's Zulu, helmed on day 1 in her owner's absence by F18 and GC32 veteran Gouvain Bontemps. Norauto finished in the top 3 in all of the races except one, in which they finished 4th. At the same time, Zulu sailed consistently to put some points between themselves and the rest of the leaderboard at the end of the opening day. Interestingly, the two teams at the top of the table are related. Most of Zulu's crew sailed aboard Camas's last America's Cup challenge.
It was a good day for us. With my crew on Norauto, they are very well trained in this condition, and we are confident with the speed of the boat. And the goal was to avoid the mistake during the maneuver in the heavy condition with a big puff in reaching and downwind, and it's what we achieved today.
After missing the first day of racing in the GC32 Lagos Cup, Zulu skipper Eric Maris jumped back to steering duties on the boat. Maris was competing in the 24-hour Le Mans race. From the wheel of a high-end sports car to the steering of a high-end performance foiling catamaran, just how similar are those two racing experiences?
Well, driving a car at Le Mans is pretty special. We did actually pretty well this year. I think the speed and the trajectories, some of the stuff is a bit the same, but that's about all, frankly. If I had done more sailing training, we would probably have had an even better day, because the guys have been training and they're really good. The first thing, in the car you're on your own. There's nobody that tells you go left, go right, go there, and you know, and you don't have to watch for anybody else. You're just on your own. If you make a mistake at 300 kilometers an hour, it costs you dearly. With the boat, it costs you. It depends on the wind. I guess with the wind that you had yesterday, you make a mistake, it can hurt you very much. Today, we could have lost many places. So, and it's a teamwork. It's different. So I listen much more than I do in the car, because in the car nobody tells me what to do. I'm on my own.
Lagos laid tricky second day of racing with shifting winds and darkening skies. But again, Frank Camas and his Norauto, powered by Team France crew, remained unflappable, scoring bullets in the day's first two races. Meanwhile, Jason Carroll's Argo won the final race of the day and broke a three-way tie to move to the top spot of the owner-drivers leaderboard. On race day 3, Norauto and Zulu held their positions at the top of the overall leaderboard, and Argo remained top of the leaderboard in the owner-drivers division. However, the performance of the day belonged to Real Team, skippered by Jérôme Clerc. The Swiss team sailed consistently all day to jump up to third place.
Yeah, it was a good day for us. I think we are improving every day since the beginning of the championship. We are a new team. We have to learn to work together, to communicate together, and I think it's improving. And I'm quite happy of the crew work today.
Simon Hull's Frank Racing was the best performing boat on the final day of the GC32 Lagos Cup. The team, which includes many of New Zealand's youngest and most talented America's Cup sailors, managed to win the first two races and followed this with a 2, 4, 4 and 3. Frank Racing was also the winner of the week's Anonymous Speed Challenge. Their average speed of 25.26 knots recorded on day 1 was the highest of all the teams during the week. For this, Hull was presented with an Anonimo Nautico GC32 Racing Tour edition timepiece at the prize giving. Frank Racing's performance also caused them to push American Jason Carroll's Argo from the top of the owner-driver leaderboard, albeit by just 4 points after 20 races.
Oh, we had a good day. It was superb conditions out there and out here off Lagos. What a wonderful place, friendly place, very helpful, and great sailing conditions. So we've had kind of the whole gamut, everything from light, heavy at the start, had some light days, and then today just got a little more pressure all day. We started out Genicus to windward, and by the end, we had nice breeze. So yeah, it was a good day. A couple of wins, and we had the boat going pretty well. The boys were turning the corners superbly, and hey, you let them do it. It was good.
Over the last 4 days, Camas showed similar form to when he won the GC32 Racing Tour in 2016. Across the 8-boat fleet competing off Portugal's Algarve, Camas never finished a race lower than 5th, and on the final day he claimed his 7th bullet of the series. Norauto ended the GC32 Lagos Cup 17 points ahead of Eric Maris's second-placed Zulu.
Yeah, we avoid the bad races. We stay all the time in the 5, I think. It was good because it was many races, 20 races during the week, and with many conditions. So we are happy to find a good pace on all these conditions, and we were consistent in the maneuver, we were consistent in the start. Not too much risk, and was good for the speed also, but at the end I think the fleet is more closer. Everybody improved for sure during the race, and it's a good fight, and we appreciate a lot doing this race.
For newcomer to the class, Sir Ben Ainslie and his Ineos Team UK, they endured a frustrating few days learning about their new boat on a new racing circuit. They did, however, end on a high when they won the very final race. Not only did the British team win the last race, but they also managed to displace the Jerome Clerc skippered Real team from the bottom step of the GC32 Lagos Cup podium.
A really good few days here in Lagos with the GC32 class. I won't say it hasn't been frustrating for us as a new team into this. A lot of learnings with the class of boat across a different range of conditions. But ultimately that's why we're here. We're here, to get the team back out in the water, to get racing, and we'll take a lot from this event moving forwards to Palma in a few weeks' time. I was really impressed with the standard of competition, across all of the teams, and clearly now Alto and Frank Camas and his team sailed really well all through the competition.
So let's have a look at the overall standings at the end of 4 days of racing. The prize-giving ceremony took place in the beautiful marina, where the teams celebrated their achievements. The crews will now meet up again for the third event in 2018, which will see the GC32s return to Spain once again to compete in one of the Mediterranean's leading and most prestigious regattas, the 37th Copa del Rey Map Free. Racing is held in the Bay of Palma, another superb venue renowned for its consistent sea breezes.
That's it for the GC32 Lagos Cup. First time for us in Portugal, and first time in a totally new venue. Also for the club here, first time with foiling boats, big foiling boats. So it's been a challenge at the beginning to get everything working, and it worked out really wonderfully. We had a very nice welcome. We had very nice people working with us. The club and the volunteers and everybody have been really engaged. The whole community have been engaged, and we had a great time and great sailing conditions. Next event is on Mallorca at the Real Club Náutico de Palma, the Copa del Rey, where we join as one of the classes. So it's going to be a multi-class event where we're part of the whole event for the Copa del Rey, and we're very much looking forward to that one.